Hello everybody! This is the Adventures of Nick and Willikins, Part 3. We left off making the contract of the maze. He signed it, so we're going to make a trip to the Lady of the Garden. We might even get into the maze. Let's see. Actually interested. What crazy stuff could be inside? Oh, and I might repair the satellite. Where is it? Very nice.
Those are for
Crazy.
oh, Rosemary's for remembering.
Stop talking.
Germaniums, I believe.
Take it.
Hello. Won't you join me, please? I've some urgent business to discuss. I believe you'll find this paperwork is in order.
So it is, sir. I'll get started on this right away.
Oh my. Good heavens, the girl's a natural.
Stream gardening. Adventures.
There we are. Precisely to his lordship's specifications.
Very nice. Let's go. Oh, what is this? Probably need to plug it in. Okay, very nice. What is this?
Who knew so much of this job would involve having to plug things in?
Yeah, like the grandma. What is this?
This setting allows the dish to receive American television, so we can see those well-known American celebrities, John Oliver and Hugh Laurie.
It's American. I don't really know which one I need, so let's go check it out. Maybe I need both of them. We will see. Maybe on television I can decode. Grandma! I love that old lady. She has a kick to her. Very spicy. What is this?
There! We've gathered the 5 components for the Professor's machine from the 5 corners of the globe. Now we can finally stop Baron Malevolent!
Meow!
What is it, Astro
Baron
Cat?
is the lol?
Meow!
Oh no! A deadly dick bat!
Hey kids, join the Sarcasters. You get all this cool stuff, including a nifty decoder ring. It's easy and it's fun.
Well, good. Now I can order myself a collectible keepsake from that children's cartoon. God, I hope none of my classmates from Cambridge can see what I've made of my life.
Very nice. Okay, I'm just gonna go and switch to the other channel. Watch it again, maybe I'll get some other phone. I don't know, so I don't need to go like 5 times there, I'll go right now. Maybe make a speedrun video of this game very fast. This first walkthrough, so what you gonna do? So as long as it has to be, brothers. Okay. Let's switch it. No, I want this one. Okay, very nice. It was in the middle. Ah, okay. So they have no television in the middle. Okay, very nice. Yeah, I'll go here. Oh. Oi. Mr.
Did you get me some cotton candy?
They were all out of candy, so I picked you this cotton.
Finally, I can get my cotton gin started.
You can't bring gin in here. They confiscated all the bottles with the triple axis.
Here's my favorite Vin Diesel.
You can't bring diesel in here either. This amusement park only uses natural gas.
That doesn't sound very amusing.
That's the park's job.
Did you say park the tetrapod?
You can't park that tetrapod here either.
I thought the parking was in the rear.
Is that where they get all the natural gas?
That wasn't very amusing either.
This seems to make about as much sense as anything else from Tordovia.
Yes, that was quite something. So, I need to find the guy. Okay. Sarcastic voyage, let's go.
Welcome to Sarcastic Central, home of Dottie Patrol and our exciting one-of-a-kind decoder ring.
Didn't I speak with you earlier today?
Not unless you dialed 999. Wait, is that Willikins? Hello again, this is Beryl.
She's the suspect.
Are you the only telephone operator in England?
Cool, it feels that way sometimes, doesn't it?
Rather. Now then, I'd like to order...
A decoder ring? I guessed it was that, since that's the only thing we sell here. According to our records, we already sent one of those to a Petunia of Nick Hall some time ago. Were you looking for a free replacement to be sent to the same address?
Yes, that would work nicely, thank you.
Righto. We'll get that in the post via the fastest means we have available.
No need. I'm certain it'll be in our post box by the time I make it all the way out there. Master Nick insisted that we spare the postman the strain of having to walk all the way up to the hall. Clearly this isn't a concern when it comes to the likes of me, however. Anyway, thanks. Goodbye.
Okay. So, has it arrived already? Interesting. I really didn't get that last sentence that he said. I was thinking about something else, sadly. But it's okay, what you gonna do? A little bit laggy the game, but... Wait, can I... Wait a minute. Okay, I can get to it later. Oh, very nice.
Ah, this would appear to be the all-important decoder ring upon which my entire day now hinges for some inexplicable reason. The note says that Master Nick's sanity certificate is in the library portion of his drawing room, inside the book The Lion, the Witch, and the Very Big Fish.
Master's library. I saw that I can touch the water, I think. Or it was just me. Yes, I can.
Ah, an extremely rare double-headed heifer. It's a rare double-headed heifer thing. I believe this was left behind by those traveling players who put on a production of Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead here last spring.
Okay, that doesn't make any sense to me. Is it at the grandma's place? Again, what was it, Alice or something?
The note says that Master Nick's sanity certificate is in the library portion of his drawing room, inside the book, The Lion, the Witch, and the Very Big Fish.
Is it here?
Ah, finally, official documentation of Master Nick's sanity.
Okay, very nice. Okay, Grandma. Oh, what is there written? Sane?
Despite all empirical evidence to the contrary, Master Nick would appear to be legally sane.
Okay. Can we talk about something?
Could you remind me again why I can't read this note that says what Master
okay,
Nick's sanity certificate is?
Else.
Because it's in a secret code. Cool, you act like that's not a thing that regular people do all the time every day. Because it is, you know.
Okay, I need to find the murder weapon somehow. I think that's all I need.
That detective fellow gave me this. It's meant to track my progress in gathering the 4 elements that can exonerate Master Nick.
I still think things
motive, murder weapon, proof of sanity, and a witness. As of now, I've managed to locate certification of Nick's sanity, a witness,
okay,
a motive.
Can I? Please? Thank you. I don't need to hear the dialogue every single time. No, this is not where I wanted to go. Here? I have the coin. Somehow I think that this coin has to go...
No, thank you.
No. So, I have the food for him. But it doesn't matter right now, does it? Okay. Can I give you the pills?
Thanks, Willikins. Proper mental care is no joking matter.
Indeed, sir. We shan't be making snarky comments about that.
Too right.
Okay.
Sir, I must insist that you allow me to look under your bed.
Willikins, I've decided to try being indecisive. I always wanted to be a logical paradox.
Really, sir? Is that what you've always wanted to be today?
And so, in answer to the question, may I look under the bed, I say to you, I don't know.
You don't know?
That's right.
Sir, you realize I'm doing all of this to exonerate you of the rather serious murder charges that are currently hanging over you.
Then you better help me make up my mind quickly, hadn't you?
Very well. Yes, I may look under your bed.
Not good enough. I need you to introduce some kind of random element. A device of some sort that will make the decision for me in a satisfyingly unpredictable fashion.
Sir, you're just needlessly complicating things at this point.
A device.
Oh, you always say that. Now off you go.
What kind of... A coin! He can throw the coin and say yes or no. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
I suppose you want me to flip this coin to help me decide if you may look under my bed.
Yes, sir, if it's not too much trouble.
It is a great deal of trouble, but if it'll shut you up about...
About clearing you of the murder charges?
Please.
Right. That. Alright, I'm flipping the coin, Willikins. Call it.
Heads, sir.
Sorry, it's tails.
Are you quite sure about that, sir?
Yes, quite.
Only that coin?
It's tails, Willikins. Just like my second favourite Sonic the Hedgehog character and my fourth favourite part of most animals. Which means you lose. You don't get the thing you want. What thing was that again?
I most emphatically did not want to look under your bed, sir.
Well then, the coin has spoken. You get under that bed at once.
Very good, sir.
Very nice. Finally! Gnome! Tell me it's Gnome. Yes!
If there's any possible chance this is the murder weapon, I should not touch it with my bare hands.
Okay.
Willikins, what are you doing out there?
I was just picking up this object under your bed.
Yes, of course. Only... could you not do that?
Sir?
That is to say, could you go and wait in the dressing room for a moment first? As a good chap.
Sir, I must say, this isn't making you appear to be less guilty.
Just go in there and wait until I give the all clear. Then I promise you can have whatever rubbish you find under there.
Very good, sir.
Something stupid's going to happen. Did he flush the gun? He can't flush it.
Well, I can't be absolutely certain, but I believe the plumbing has backed up again. There's only one place the excess water can go in this house when that happens.
Basement.
Okay, it's safe.
Yeah, I thought so. Oh, loading screen. That's interesting. The doggy is still not there, so...
It would appear that something rather large and unwieldy, I expect I can guess what, has been flushed down the loo.
And the gnome is not there.
This is most definitely not what was here a moment ago. I doubt it's the murder weapon.
Mustache Charlie?
I believe Master Nick obtained this at a now-defunct American chain restaurant. It's since become his little dog's second most popular chew toy, after my shoes.
Can I take it?
Well, I don't think this is the actual murder weapon, but I might as well take it.
Take it, bro. Okay, let me go to the basement. Okay, so it's starting to line up pretty well, but I still have a lot of... I didn't go there. I need to go to the right. Yes.
Much as I'd like to crawl into my subterranean hole and hide from all this, it would appear to be flooded. I almost respect the little bugger's survival instincts. Almost. I can't reach it from here.
I have a rope. Can I do this? No, I cannot. Okay, then it's probably only a rope. Yes, I'm smart.
managed to retrieve the line before that rodent gnawed completely through it. That little blight is going to be trouble.
Okay. Could I need to look there. Could I...
I suspect if that rat is clever enough not to drown when his home's been flooded, he won't just eat a packet of clearly marked poison.
Okay. So we're going to do this.
This may be the first time in all my years of working here that I've used poison as a verb, and not in the way I'd always imagined it either.
Is it good? Very nice. Smart.
That dead rat won't even be in the top 10 smelliest things I've had to deal with down there, sadly.
Very sad, bro. Sad life. And what's that thing?
The diameter of the gnome's pointy cap would seem to match the diameter of the wound on our foyer corpse. I believe I may indeed have obtained the murder weapon. After a considerable fashion. That's all 4 of Clever Roos's rather condescending puzzle pieces found. I suppose I should phone him now and be condescended to further.
Okay. So, I am the detective. I'll put my detective imaginary hat on. Thank you very much. Okay, brother, tell me that I'm good to go. No, this one.
You've reached Clever Roos?
Yes, hello, this is Willikins the butler, from Nick Hall.
Yes? You must be very proud.
We spoke earlier at length. You came here and told me what evidence I'd need to present in order to solve the murder that took place earlier today.
Oh, yes, of course. You've located that evidence, then.
More or less, yes.
And said evidence exonerates your lord and master?
As far as you know, yes.
Excellent. I shall be there momentarily. Meet me at the scene of the crime.
Very good. Obviously, some of this evidence paints Master Nick in a, shall we say, less than innocent light. But I think I can accidentally omit those details when presenting it to Mr. Roos.
So I'm going to be the bad guy? Because Cambridge University told me to be a
Excellent
good
work,
guy.
chap. Top notch. Couldn't have done it better myself.
You didn't.
Yes, but now comes the most important bit. Assembling this data into an official Clever Roos information packet for easy consumption, processing, and adaptation into various forms of highly lucrative media.
So you're going to take the hard work I've done, scrawl your name at the top, and take credit for the whole thing.
It's a bit more complicated than that.
Is it? Explain it to me, then.
No time for that. I've an important call to make. I shall be in this adjoining room here, not to be disturbed.
Who does he think he is, ordering me about like that?
That's my job!
Off I go!
Ninja. Why did he go here?
What was that code we'd agreed upon for when someone we don't want hanging about is hanging about? Well, I can't remember it either. That's why I asked you. Don't forget it. The point is, someone is in the room now, and I can't say anything.
So, you want me to do this, right? I'm a clever boy.
Yes, I have all the evidence that clears Lord Nick's name. No, I didn't need to lift a finger. I convinced the idiot butler to do it for me. He's quite the idiot, and also extremely ugly.
Well, that's just hurtful.
Yeah,
and get this, he actually believed I was affiliated with law enforcement. Didn't ask to see a single credential. Ugly idiot. Of course I'm going to bugger down the loo. What better way to destroy the evidence, assuring his inevitable execution, and then I shall have unfettered access to those bearer bonds.
Oh, who is?
Oh, I don't know what they are, but I know they're valuable. Something to do with the war, I think. Anyway, that's my sinister plan. But look at me dominating the conversation. How have you been? I see. Yes. Oh, and how is Uncle Alfie? Still dead, then?
Very nice. So...
Good heavens, I must call emergency services immediately.
Yeah. So he killed him. Okay.
Emergency services, how may I direct your call?
I've urgent business to discuss and... Hang on, you're not the girl I spoke with earlier.
Oh, well spotted, sir. I can see from our display that you're calling from a rather posh mansion, so you may not comprehend this. But working folk are entitled to a day off once in a while. We are, despite the way you lot treat us, human.
Yes, of course. As the personal servant to a rather difficult master,
Are you taking the piss, sir?
I beg your pardon?
We ain't servants. We've no use for that archaic class-based nonsense here. Now, what was it that you wanted?
Cambridge.
I must speak with Detective Inspector Bobby at once.
A servant speak to an inspector? Not on my watch, sir. D.I. Bobby is much too busy to waste her time on the likes of you.
Really, this is rather urgent.
Well, if it's so bloody urgent, I'm sure your master will have no trouble phoning back.
Well, that was a real roller coaster of class politics. Suppose I'll have to convince Master Nick to phone for the inspector.
I guess so, but it's going to get pretty... Not that anybody wants to do it.
Alright, sir. That's quite enough laying about. I need you to get out of that bed immediately and come to the phone.
He's dead.
Sir, are you in there? I don't think he's in there anymore. Master Nick? Hello?
Willikins, why would you think I'd be in bed? I'm in the kitchen. Butter yourself down here at once.
He wants to eat. Okay. And sadly, not sadly, but interesting that I can hear him clearly being like 2 stories lower. Where is that?
Willikins, where the hell have you been?
Oh, he's short and ugly.
I was about to ask you the same question, sir. Although I may not have phrased it quite so aggressively, depending on how I was feeling at the moment.
Nah,
I was lying in my bed wondering why I was feeling so bloody peckish when I realised you never actually fed me today. So, at considerable risk to my person, I came down here to see if we were somehow out of food. Not only did I discover that we were not, which therefore means you're just as lazy as I always suspected you to be, but I also found the hall in a state that I can only describe as a complete disaster.
Yes, sir. Only I have been devoting considerable time and energy to clearing you of these murder charges. And, to that end, I need you to phone the police at, as you would say, Wumps.
Ah, no you don't. I'm not lifting a bloody finger for you until you answer for this mess. Starting with this room here, the food laboratory?
The kitchen, sir.
Right, that thing.
Now, I know you were down here at least twice today, and as far as I can tell, you just sort of wandered away without preparing me any food. Why did you do that? Where's my food? And most importantly, why did you do that?
Oh, what's this? This is garbage and this is the dead man.
As it happens, sir, that was when I overheard the murder occurring in our foyer, so I went to investigate.
Oh, you went to investigate, did you? Like you're some bloody great detective who isn't a complete pillock. Honestly, you're so thick, and not in the American sense of having a desirable bottom.
Much to my continued embarrassment, your good great-aunt Petunia would beg to differ, sir.
Nevertheless, this is an unacceptable response. Try again.
Try again. Let's go.
Because I'm a rubbish butler?
Go on.
Who is terrible at everything?
Correct! Now to the wine cellar for further admonishments.
Oh, good.
Now then, I very generously granted you this personal living space when you wouldn't stop grumbling about sharing a kennel with my little dog Willikins.
Extremely generous of you, yes, sir.
And now I see that you converted it to a bloody swimming hole. We're not zoned for that, Willikins. Explain yourself.
Because I'm literally the most worthless, thick-headed soul to ever draw breath.
It's not
got it in one. Or possibly two. I can't be asked to count. Right, now it's on to the front garden.
Sir, this all seems a bit needlessly complicated.
It would seem that way to you, wouldn't it? And now we come to this. You do realise that is meant to be a hedge maze of doom, don't you, Willikins? Only now there's this obvious gaping hole in the thing that any idiot could easily escape from. Possibly even you.
Sir, you actually approved these changes yourself. I have your signature on this document.
Oh, I just bet you do. You've a bloody answer for everything. Next you'll be telling me that my mate Errol is dead just because his dead body is lying in the entrance hall.
Sorry, sir, but your point eludes me.
No surprise there. The point, Willikins, is that you can prove anything with evidence.
Touché, sir.
What have I told you about speaking French in my house?
Technically, sir, we're not in the house.
I've had it with your excuses, and we're not moving from this spot until you explain why my hedge maze is ruined.
Yeah.
Because I'm a jerk, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir. A complete knee-biter.
There, that wasn't so hard, now was it?
Humiliating myself 3 times in a row? No, sir, that's just a typical day here at Nick Hall.
Too right. Now, what pointless thing was it that you wanted me to do?
I need you to phone the police, sir. It turns out that clever Roos fellow was attempting to scam us.
What, like in that movie where that bloke's head exploded?
No, sir, that's scanners.
What, like the Hulk's secret identity?
No, sir, that's Bruce Banner.
What, that trolley little man what's always on Hollywood squares?
No, sir, that's Bruce Valanche.
What, like my 4th favourite flavour of Dorito?
I don't believe Dorito is spelled that way, sir, but no, that's Cool Ranch.
What, like when Marge Simpson had a mental breakdown?
No, sir, that's Rancho Relaxo.
The conversation probably took
Constable
2
Bobby
years.
returned to Nick Hall, whereupon she was regaled with an accounting of the true events that unfolded that fateful morning.
There I was, sequestered in my chambers.
Did I
Willikins
do it?
had ruined my brekkie twice and was almost certainly about to muck it up again. I got bored waiting for his inevitable failure, so I ventured downstairs of my own renaissance.
Sir, don't you mean recognizance?
No, there I met Errol, who, in keeping with tradition, was stealing my newspaper to have a look at the page 4 girl.
Surely you mean the page 6 girl.
No! Unfortunately, before I could forthwith and heretofore arrive upon the scene in question, Willikins had got there first.
But, sir, I was clearly in the kitchen.
Not you, my little dog, Willikins.
Oh,
You
that's
have a
why there's
dog
no
called
dog.
Willikins.
Oh,
Doesn't that get confusing?
Not to me.
him.
Apparently Errol was not expecting the presence of a personage of the canine persuasion and, startled, stumbled backwards, impaling himself on my commemorative garden schmam, impaling himself fatally to death until he died. And since I didn't want the authorities taking my little dog away, I hid him up here. The end.
That all makes perfect sense, sir. But there's one thing.
Ah, no you don't. The murder is solved and I'm innocent. Don't you go all Columbo on me now.
It's a fair call. Unfortunately, we shall now have to bring someone else in for questioning.
Ah, yes, the so-called detective, Cleverous.
What? Who? Never heard of him. I meant the dog. You, my little murdering fellow, are coming with me.
Oh no!
Will Nick's dog be executed for murder? Was the vast majority of this game actually a pointless waste of everyone's time? And what of poor Errol?
Still dead.
I'm actually not sure why I'm asking these questions, because the story is over now. Roll credits!
I predicted that the dog is the killer. Thank you guys for watching. This was an awesome series of 3. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.